What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling better than you probably felt on Friday. I don't know, but we got Amy in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Bill, Christopher, Daniel, Doug, Gio in the house. Good morning to JT, Larry, Lauren, Lucian, Martina, Michelle. Good morning to Ray, Rick, Rob. We got Russ in the house. Good morning to Thane. And Tim, good morning to you as well. All my people out in YouTube land. We got Joe in the house. Good morning to Caleb. Good morning to all my lurkers in the background. Not going to say nothing all day. It's okay. I still love you. Don't worry about China. It will be fine. Highly respected. President Xi just had a bad moment. Like increasingly turned into Trump as I'm reading it. He doesn't want depression for his country. Neither do I. He really doesn't. The USA wants to help China. Not heard it. President DJT. That's what set the market back. That's what that's what gave us a little pump today after the doom and gloom from Friday, which it's going to be an interesting level that we're opening up for a few reasons. One, I do think that we probably margin called a lot of people. I don't know if you guys remember, but back on let me see if I get my pen. This day, I think it was this one right here. 3 trading days ago. There was a lot of people starting to freak out, and I was like, I don't really get it. Just it's a down day. It's not that I mean, it is what it is. But I was like, there's like increased activity of people going like, what's going on with this market? It's broken. I'm like, we just hit all-time highs. We're not down that much. Very confusing the reaction. I was like, I don't quite get it. And then on this day, I was like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, I think there was a lot of people margined in their accounts up there where that felt like crazy, and then I think we got a lot of margin calls on Friday. So the news, obviously Friday we were there. I was starting to talk about I think risk reward or something. We started going into a topic, and the market just started getting a little deep selling. So we found out that it was Trump saying that China was kind of increasing export controls, and he didn't like it. And then later, after the market closed, we found out there was he's looking at 100 or was it 100% tariff, additional tariffs up on top of what we already had, and the markets were even after hours kind of hating it. So that was the story. And you guys know, as this thing's been kind of going up, I've been pretty bullish. I'm like, I need something like a catalyst. Give me something. Because every time we get earnings, they're good. Every time we get job reports, they're good. I need a catalyst if I'm going to go kind of short on anything. So there was that catalyst. And if we didn't have a truth social post from Trump over the weekend, I think that's still the catalyst, and we're heading further down. Now that got negated, so we just took 2 days and we've kind of negated it. We need more details on everything, so we'll see how everything holds up. Yeah, AVGO popped up. I don't know if there was news or I think there was a couple conferences going on, but also Nvidia took a candle to the downside, AMD as well. So I don't know what the news is on AVGO. It just happened right when I went live. So if somebody finds the news, let me know. But yeah, AVGO went crazy. So this candle can now get taken out. It's that's possible. Where I don't know if I trust it and I'm kind of in limbo is if we go into let's go into the smaller time frames. We'll keep the extended hours on, and then I'll tell you why. At least for now, I think we're decent for this open. I think this open holds. It doesn't mean we can't give anything back. Let's go to where this downfall kind of started. Let's do one quick little thing because we did break down some pretty key technical zones that we really did not want to. Oh my good, my computer's possessed again. I'm gonna go from the absolute high of this move to that after hour move to the low of it. That gives us a 663.42 is our 618 retracement. We got 660.14 is our 50% retracement. So we were able to crush through that 50%. We're kind of just hanging out in between those two ranges. Those two ranges for me is what I'm gonna be watching for. I think I'm in limbo until that point. So we'll go out a little further. So I think we got somewhere right around, where's that, 660? Somewhere right around here. No, that's not correct. Let's go back. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There's the line I like. 660.14. So let's see if that can hold. We do have a current VPOC there. And then at 661, which is 663.42. So those two numbers are going to be my key spot. I think for right now we're holding we're above the VPOC from Friday, so that's decent. I think if we want to say that this rally continues, we got to get some candles that start closing above 663.42, and then I think we're looking for 100% retracement, or close to it. But I think you have a better shot of by the end of this week. We're saying we got all-time highs. We have enough shorts, I think, being trapped at open. If you're looking at the volume coming in toward the end of the day, it just increased, increased, increased. So that means there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of those shorts to get taken out, to get squeezed at today's open at least. So we'll see how this wants to play out. But good news is we're back in the upper trend. We are also right above the VPOC, the highest volume spot. So again, more squeezing potential, but that takes us to 660.46, and we just got to get through that 618, and I think we have a bigger move. Some resistance coming into the market: 662.88, 663.40. So we'll see. I bought some SPY calls at the close because I was like, this is a 3% down day or just about, and then after hours we got to 3%. I was like, that's time usually to buy calls. I don't even really like to short after we're down over 1%. So I don't know. We'll kind of hang in. OpenAI deal for AVGO. Okay. And then we just got AI just popping everything back again, keeping us green. So we'll see where this is. I don't know why my computer's all possessed again. Hold on, let me just do a refresh. So we'll watch those levels, but give me a break on any of those levels, and then I think we have a little bit more information as to if this holds. You don't want to see us break down that trend line again for SPY and start to get underneath, especially that VPOC from Friday. So we'll see. The Qs, um, the Qs are okay, at least for now. Kind of back into that uptrend, upper trend. We got 596.98 to the support side of things, and to the higher end of things for today. Watch for that 603.77 if we get up there. Your next spot after that is 604.78. Lots and lots of volume. I think if any point we're the highest end of this resistance, or the latest one besides just psychological, the all-time high and where we opened on Friday. But look for like 610.07. Any candles past that this week. And I think that sets us up for all-time highs and probably a strong run in a bullish direction after it. So we'll see. Bitcoin, the amount of people getting wiped out completely. And again, the margin is crazy, and they you get a lot more leverage to the crypto space as well. Everybody wants to just hand you free loans until it just that was like a 10% drop, and people were absolutely annihilated in the crypto space. Starting to bounce back. All we really did was get down to, I don't know why this computer is so possessed today. It was the same thing on Friday too. But all we did really was get down to that 109, 498. So if anybody was looking to buy, that was your support. You had really good risk to reward. We kind of held it. Sunday, we threw in a bullish engulfing candle. This all still could be a retrace of that down move if you have a little bit more people concerned of like, oh wait, that's what a down day actually feels like. I don't know if that's the case. I think we're still decent. I think that was a little bit of an extra shock to the market, and for right now, I think we're holding up. So I want to still remain the overall trend bullish. I'm gonna keep with that. Big Daddy Gold is gapping to all-time highs this morning. Even with that big crash across the markets, gold, silver held up pretty well. Not really any move to the downside. So gold still looks strong for today at open. We'll see if that could hold. Silver, same thing, gapping into all-time highs at open this morning. Gold, silver, precious metals. Again, it's going to have to deal with China, and I think a lot of companies just buying, or countries buying it up as well. Let's check out AVGO since we did have a nice little pre-market pop on this one. Oh, there. Finally, they got to my target from yesterday or from Friday. That's nice of them. Good move. Yeah, I don't know how much more this has to go on it. You are sitting right at a resistance for now, so watch for like 359.91. we start getting above it. There is still some more resistance a little bit higher. The next notable one, I don't think that one's as important, but you got 361.04, and then you have 360, 363.99 would be the next bigger one. If this thing wants to do something absolutely wild for today, 368.30, but a lot of resistance up here. They didn't really have too much holding it back. I'm not really surprised that that news pushed us into the zone for right now, and I don't want to fade AI news. It's just been a anytime you try fading AI news, it's always been a mistake. I hate my computer thing right now. This thing is going crazy. I'm not even moving my mouse. It's just it's just all over the place. But you are gapping up. Really good gap and go. You did have decent volume. Really, we've had bigger volume days than what we did yesterday, even though or Friday, even though we have a pretty decent down day. We have fundamentally, again, we're breaking some very key supports. The one thing I would say on this one and why I don't want to at least short this one, and we'll see where this thing actually opens the next 17 minutes, but that breakdown closing at the lows of the day, having the VPOC slightly underneath the prior low, I think you are trapping a lot of bears on this one. That's not a comfortable close if you're bullish into that Friday close. So I think with this gap up, you're taking some of those shorts off the table and maybe get a little bit of a squeeze and continuation to the higher side from here. But we'll see where this one opens. Anything opening above 359.45, I think we have good risk reward to go bullish. This one trades a little trappy and tricky. We were getting close to that target too. I think we got up to a 1.2 right when the news came out. Sometimes the market does you dirty. Sometimes. Dell hanging out for now. At least I do like the fact that we are above. If my thing wants to match up here, we got 153.44. Stay above that. Kind of remain bullish. Problem with the trade on either direction for right now is 156.18 is your resistance. So kind of smack in the middle, maybe a smaller tad risk reward in a bullish direction from here. But if this one wants to sell off, and again, I already have some sell orders out for the SPY calls. I'm trying to get out of some of them. It was a bigger position. I was just like I don't think Trump lasts 3 days without kind of you guys call it taco trading, I call it negotiation. So I don't know, whatever you guys want to call it, but I'm like I don't know. We'll see. So that being said, if somebody else, which this was a decent support on Dell, we got down to 150.77, great retest spot. The only thing better would have been if we got to like 146.18. I don't know what we did after hours on this one. But other than that, if you were buying at the close, it was probably a trade, not a long-term investment. So if this thing comes down, which I think it probably does, you probably get 153.32 as a buy spot. That gets you at least better risk reward to the higher side on that one. Hood. Hood is at least above that VPOC from yesterday. That's going to be an important level. You want to stay above on Hood 143.65. Fact that we're there already. See if we get a small pullback. See if that zone holds. You do have again some decent resistance trying to come in on this one. Bigger trend on this, obviously bullish, but you got 144.79. Watch that for your higher side. And then if you could break through that, you got 147.51. Then you start that starts to get you decent risk reward to a bullish direction. So kind of inside day, which we're probably going to see most stocks inside day. I think that VPOC is going to be crucial for most stocks, the Friday VPOC. So I would be watching all of those right now. A little bit more bullish and bearish on Hood, but to the higher side in terms of targets. If the market just goes crazy and we are forgetting about any tariffs to China and that whole talk is gone, then at least that one catalyst gets completely wiped out. I'm not so sure. I think we probably go back and forth with a couple more tweets before the Trump meeting. We'll see. We got Hims is not looking as good. I'd like this one to open a little bit higher for a little bit more bullish catalyst. But if during the day at least, if we get above 55.03, you have a little bit of room, I think, into 55.94, and then you got 56.69. Otherwise, this one's not really waking up yet. A little support at 54.40. Otherwise, we did on Friday come down to a good retest spot. So Let's get this one a little bit higher before I go bullish. Otherwise, the closer I get to 53.19. Other than that, I don't think I have much edge on this one. I'll probably look elsewhere for a day trade. Give me something else with some more sentiment on it. But I think we're just kind of hanging out on hims for today. Aklo, of course, Aklo is just going to go higher. That's it. There's no there's no debating. Aklo just goes up every day, regardless of what's happening. Come on down a little bit, line. Not too far. There you go. You got 151.70. So inside day candle, see if you get that pullback. See if you find a little support at 151.70. Otherwise, that's fairly bullish. I like the location. I have no targets except for the high of Friday's candle as a psychological level, but looks good. Would like to see a pullback. You got MU. Also looks like it's opening into a little bit of resistance. Got a little bit more room to go. It's a good gap. Obviously, the current recent trend has been fairly bullish. Man, I moved my mouse a lot. I've just realized I don't really notice until I'm getting lagged on by the crossbars. Look for some kind of resistance. 192.51. That is a really good gap. Again, you really want to stay above 183.38. I don't know if we get down there. Look for like 187.71. See if there's a little support there on that pullback, but you have a few days of resistance right in front of you on MU. AMD. AMD is back above a crucial spot. We never really got down to, I wish I would have reset that trade up. But we never really got down to this 211.47 again. So we did it on October 8th. Came back, good retest, broke out. Resistance for today is 219.87 if everything goes crazy. I don't think the Oracle deal, it looks like we got a negative reaction on the AVGO OpenAI deal. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out for the rest of the day. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is besides AVGO partners with OpenAI. But watch for that resistance. If we could take out 219.75, you have a really good trade on your hands. I'm going to attempt. I don't know. I'm so scared to move this. AMD. I'm going to see if I can get that one higher. I'm not going to take it bullish or bearish yet. And it probably is not a bad idea if we just sit on our hands for a couple minutes while the bell rings, just to see kind of what the market tells us we're going to do today, because we were kind of in no man's land. We got XYZ, aka Block, aka Square. PayPal had a downgrade today. PayPal's also being pushed up a little bit higher pre-market as well. I think you had Goldman downgrade PayPal, so maybe a benefactor for XYZ. Negative news for PayPal, positive news for Block. Other than that, both of them are gapping. Interesting location that we're opening. So if we can stay above 76.27, 76.17, we can stay above 76.17. Maybe bullish again. There's going to be resistance all throughout this. That is a pretty damaging looking candle, but honestly, all of it just came back to retrace a massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green days in a row, and you might find some buyers on XYZ. So again, I'd be bullish. We'll see where this one actually wants to open. Right now, you're 3 cents higher than that. Look at this thing move. It's crazy. This is just going to drive me crazy all day. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see if I missed any. Yep, we got UU, four U's. Energy fuels. Energy is still pumping. So yeah, nice gap on this one. Um, be careful of that gap and go. It is a red candle. There was a lot of volume that came in, but most of that was a retest candle. We never even really retested, kind of. Got close to that retest spot. I think this one probably acts a little bit like a retest. I wouldn't be buying this one out of the gate. I would see if you get a little pullback on this one first. But for now, looks good. Trend looks strong. I'm not sure how much higher we go from here. Looks like we've already put in some solid work. There's everybody profitable at this gap up. I think this one probably acts a little bit more like a retest than it would for a gap and go. LEU, maybe. If I could get, no. Come on, keep up, Trading View. LEU. That one, I don't think I would look for a Well, you got a should be a really good support around 372, 77. I don't think we get there. I think this one probably pulls back inside day a little bit. Watch for like 401 flat if you like this one. 401 flat, you probably don't get great. I would need a double bottom or hammer candle or something on this one right around that 401. True stops on this one would probably be underneath Friday's candle. So if you're swing trading it, you're already up pretty high. It's unless I get a good pullback, I can't really swing trade it. But that's really where your stop is. So I don't know if you get unless this thing goes crazy, but I think you get that 401 pullback. Watch that spot on LEU. We got AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, not bad. I like where we kind of held. You got really good volume, right around 49.14. Held that one on Friday, not bad. This company, I don't know, it's just negative news all the time. I feel like earnings have just not been great. Swing trade wise, maybe, but even on that swing trade, I think we're looking kind of at a that we probably just put in a wave three. One, two. I think this is your three. You probably get some kind of a bounce like this, four, five, and then if you want to try to take it for a longer move. So I think if you're taking this one, you probably have smaller stops. You're looking for that 1.2. And then if you get that pullback, and that would be my spot on this one. Supposed to be APP. All right. Well, there's my AAP analysis. APP. Nope. APP without any slashes. Again, inside day Friday. We're gonna see that all day. The bigger candle on this one actually came in October 6th. So App Loving got some tariff news a couple days earlier. That being said, we didn't really drop like crazy on this one on Friday, so we did hold a little bit. Other than that, I like the fact that we're above 574.66. That's at least Friday's VPOC. Let's see what that volume candle is. The volume candle is all the way up here. I think your bigger target to the bullish direction probably takes you to the 634.32 zone. That was already retested. I don't know. I think this one still looks a little bit to the weak side. I don't think it'd be a buyer yet. If you get down, if you want to try a bullish, you're looking at 575.71. I think that one probably ends up hitting the Friday VPOC. So we'll see what happens. But I think the overall trend's still a little bit weaker. If this wants to hang out for another week, we can get a better risk reward, or wants to come down a little bit further into at least what is that, 547? 547.46. That would get me a little bit better support. It did it on this one day. But yeah, meh. That one hit. That one kind of closed like the last little run, so that's not bad. You're still kind of gapping going for today. Maybe if you want to swing trade this one, 574.66, and then you're throwing your stop probably below that massive sell-off candle that came in on October 6th. You might be able to do that. Otherwise, if we start breaking this candle down, you start looking at levels of like, I don't know, 599 or 500, somewhere around there. PLTR, the Palantir. Again, good location for open. Gonna have a lot of days of resistance, and when you have those technical breakdowns, that's now you got the challenges on the way back up. Massively bullish. This one's kind of been just chopping for quite some time in this zone. We've had one little hiccup where we sold off, and we're right back to where if you are bearish or just wildly profitable, you probably have some people looking at this double top, and any chance of again, if you're wildly crazy bullish, there's no reason to sell whatsoever. But this thing is up a lot. And you got a lot of resistance. Not a lot of edge for today. I don't know if we're just going to have that day. And again, being patient at open, I think, is a good move for today. I wouldn't get too crazy in either direction. I mean, if you see a really good trade, you take it, but I wouldn't have too many things on. Kind of let the market settle down a little bit. I think we have bulls that got in on Friday on everything, really excited on this gap up. Bears, maybe an opportunity to get out of some of their trades that they weren't able to before. SoFi. SoFi is right into that support resistance. I would say if you are above 27.14, your next spot on SoFi 27.63, and then probably target maybe extended target for today about 27.92. So you have a lot of room to the higher side. To the downside, if we are breaking or opening underneath 27.14, you might have room back to like 26.57 on this one. So a lot of room to the downside. It's about a coin flip. Good risk reward on both sides of things. I'd probably let this one play out. I would hope this one actually comes down first, and then see if you get bid up on that one. But that one also on a daily basis too. That would technically be a lower high, double top look, nice little wick up there. That was a great retest spot for the shorts to try to come in. So gave those bulls opportunities to get out after that last sell off. And I'm not sure that we've fallen enough where if I was like, hey, I want to be a long-term investor, I got to hop into this thing until we get down to like the 20s range, 20, 21, something like that. But we'll see where this one opens. Right now, it's opening a little bit to the weaker side. See if it comes down first if you're trying to go bullish. Otherwise, interesting spot to go bearish as well. But I would need some pre-market levels. Stuart says, "Am I late to the party?" No, party's still going, still here. We got the clown showing up soon in about a minute. As soon as the bell rings, it's gonna be fun. We got MP Materials. Again, US shows interest in the company. They put some stakes into them. So far, we've seen that be a very, very good trade. You also have any of the mineral deals. What is it? Exotic metals or whatever they call it, going crazy. But yeah, this one looks good. I would not be a buyer here. See if you get that pullback into roughly probably just over 80. So somewhere, oh, come on, 81.57. So see if you get a pullback on that one. I have no targets for the higher side on this one. It looks like it wants to keep going, but see if you can buy those dips on MP. Still looking good. Other than that, that is just about the time we're about to hit that morning bell. YouTube, keep in mind, we are doing just Mondays for the foreseeable future. So anybody on YouTube land, I will see you guys next Monday. Other than that, you guys could always join the room and trade with us live and go over the same analysis and all the fun stuff as well. Other than that, you guys are incredible. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Later, guys.